Hey YouTube, this is Kerry Scrapping for a Dart. This is my second video in my series that I was started a couple weeks ago on how I'm going to pay off my debt as soon as I can by doing hobbies that I love to do, and also by sacrificing some of the things I've collected over the years that I just don't need anymore, and they're just clutter to me now, and I'm going to be selling off a lot of things. And I'm hoping within it's a 4 to 5 year goal to be debt free, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm going to do to get there. So anyway, I wanted to start out and show you honestly, this is the debt that I have. Everybody out there has debt of some kind. Fortunately, I don't have credit card debt anymore because it did get paid off. It took 4 years into our marriage to pay it off, almost over $20,000 worth. We sacrificed a lot then, and then since then, over the last probably 7-8 years or so now, we kind of just fell off the wagon again. We never went back to credit card debt, but we ended up buying, you know, a new car, and when we got our house, we bought some things and stuff like that, and we just kind of got in over our head again. We fell into the American way, as somebody on one of my YouTube videos quoted at the bottom. It's the American way to be in debt. Well, I want to be different, and I don't want to be in debt anymore. So anyway, here's my Jeep remaining unpaid balance. I owe $15,054.61. And my house, I still owe $76,623.57. So you can see right there, we're in it, you know, well over $90,000 that we owe. I'm 41 years old, I'm tired of debt, and I want to get out of it. So this video is just going to go over a few basic things. I don't want to show the names of any of my banks or anything like that, so I covered it. So again, here we go. As of May 1st, this is what I owe. These are my goal dates. Everybody needs to write down their goal dates because it will help you, motivate you. I believe I can pay off my Jeep by the end of this year by doing some of the things I mentioned in my first video in this series. And once that Jeep is paid off, it's almost $600 a month I pay now. That will dump onto the house payment, which I'm paying I think almost $800 or $900 a month. So you can see how fast the principal of that will go down once that payment goes to that. So once that Jeep's gone, all we have left is our house payment. So whatever you guys have debt on, write it down, figure out what you can pay off first, and then dump the rest onto your next bills, okay? And then, wrote down here, some, for me, what are your payoff goals? Okay, I shared you with mine, what I have. I have a car payment and a house payment I want to get rid of. So I wrote that down. How are you going to do it? So are you going to take on extra jobs? Are you going to go around your house and start selling stuff off that you don't care about anymore? Are you going to start a little business like we've had for years, an eBay business? Are you going to go do yard jobs or whatever? How are you going to get extra money to pay off your debt? And then at the bottom here, I just put down, for me, like I try to turn in the things that I want to do to make extra money. I try to make a hobby out of it. That way I don't dread doing it. So for me, you know, eBay, working the scrap metal that I do, and some of the yards I do for exercise I also get paid to do. So those are things that I can incorporate into paying off my debt a lot faster. Okay, so this is the boring part of the video. So let's take a little trip, and I'll show you kind of the clutter that we have. Okay, this room here is kind of the catch-all room. This stuff here is stuff in boxes that I've already went through out of one of my rooms. This is all stuff I'm going to sell now. A lot of I was really big into Star Wars model kits. I'm going to sell them all. I just don't need them anymore. I kept a few that kind of meant something to me that I had as a kid, but the rest of it's got to go. Lots of model kits, that's what I do for my business. But like I said, it's kind of just a catch-all for now because I just tried to clean out one of my rooms. I told you before that I used to do board games for a business. I've got a lot of that inventory left. This whole closet's full. All these bins are full of more models. There's stuff in there like Legos and stuff like that that I can sell. My wife collects Fisher Price Little People. This is a collection she's keeping because she has the right to have one collection, and I'm going to keep a few things for my collection. But she downsized a lot of stuff herself. This is just a little bit of it. And then these are my 60s monster model kits. I'm going to sell all of those because, again, they're just things, and I can get hundreds of dollars for that stuff to go towards my debt. Okay, so let's get out of here. Oh, by the way, you can hear the birds. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's Skittle and Nips there. The window, there's a glare there you can't really see. So anyway, See, that's the cleanest of the rooms here. Let's take a trip downstairs. See the pit down here. And I'll show you a massive amount of items that I'm going to be selling. So I can turn this on. Hopefully it's light enough down here where you can see once I get the lights on. Okay, I was big into collecting cars, okay? All these shelves are full of cars from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. From Hot Wheels, Red Lines to Matchbox. There's some plastics. There's a few newer there, stuff like that. There's a huge amount here. Sorry it's dark. Let's get another light going here. Okay, doesn't really help. But you can see I just have a massive amount of things that I can sell. Under these sheets, they're covered just because I don't want the cat to get into it. But all of this is stuff that I've gone through that I want to sell, okay? Massive amounts of toys. There's no reason to have this stuff anymore. I'm tired of it. Some of this stuff you'll recognize from my other yard sale videos. There's some things that I never got to sell. Some of the stuff I've got so much now I might take it to an auction just to get rid of it, or I might advertise in the paper kind of a vintage toy yard sale. And we live on a busy street, so we'll get a lot of business that way. So let's cover that back up a little bit. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing, separating stuff, trying to figure out what I want to get rid of. This collection here, I mean, it's probably worth $1,000 or more, easy. Some of the Red Line Hot Wheels I have are worth, you know, 50, 60, 80 bucks a piece. Again, it's the stuff that I went nuts with and started buying, and I shouldn't have. And I'm paying for it now because I just don't need this stuff anymore. So if you guys have collections like this that are just sitting around collecting dust that you hardly even look at anymore, why keep it if you can sell it and pay off your debt? Isn't that better than just having things like this? Anyway, I told you I'd share you a little bit of my personal life and show you kind of how I'm going to do some things. So selling this stuff, having some yard sales, selling on eBay, doing my scrapping, mowing lawns. I'm going to be collecting, you know, I showed you before. I mean, there's no reason I can't get $500, $600, $700 extra a month, okay? You guys can do it too. And you'd be surprised how fast you can pay stuff off. So my next video in the series is going to be on organization. I showed you one of my scrap videos how I organize my garage, but I'm going to show you how I organize my office and how I do my paperwork. And maybe you guys can help. That'll help you incorporate some ideas into what you want to do. Again, this is all stuff that I'm doing for myself. I've researched all this stuff. I've done eBay for years. I know what sells, what doesn't. And I do know yard sales can make a lot of money. And there's just lots of ways to get extra income. So you guys can't be lazy about it. You got to get out and do it. You can't sit there and be one of those people that says, well, someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that. Well, don't do that, because I've done it. And someday never comes, and you just keep getting more and more and more and more stuff, and it's just a pain in the ass to get rid of. So don't get emotional, you know, attached to any of your stuff. It's just stuff, guys. Keep a few things. I'll show you in my next video of a few things that I kept, maybe 20 things. Out of everything I've showed you, I'm going to keep. Everything else is going to go, okay? I'd rather be debt-free and living my life. I want that Dodge Dart. Once everything's paid off, I can pay cash for my Dodge Dart. And then I can go to car shows and just relax on my weekends. I can drop some of the side jobs because I won't need to do them anymore because I won't have that many bills, you know? So anyway, hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.